Hey you guys, it's Jasmine Marche, and I'm back with another video. This video is not really about anything specifically. I kind of was just gonna talk, so if you like hearing me talk, then maybe you want to stay tuned. But yesterday I was like on the internet, and I like read this quote, and it was kind of profound to me because it's just, I don't know, like just life has been kind of iffy lately, and it just kind of was just something that it was really what I kind of needed at the moment. And just even now, even on today. But it said, and it's something like I always knew, but it's just like, it sounded just so profound to me when I like read it together. And it said, even when I can't, I still rejoice because I know that God can and He will. And it just meant so much to me because it's like, even just for my own life, even when I can't be strong, even when I'm breaking down, I'm sad, I'm hurt, feeling some type of way, even when I can't be strong, I can still rejoice because I know that God can and He will. God's strength is made perfect for my weakness. So where I have downfalls, or where like I am not there yet. I know that God is there, and God's gonna make up for the part that I'm missing, and He's gonna be there, and He's gonna support me, and He's gonna hold me down, and He's just not gonna let me fall. And that really meant so much to me because it's like, honestly, in life, God's really the only consistent person. It's like you always want somebody to be consistent, whether it's family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friends. You want them to be consistent. And sometimes they kind of get very close. They're always there. But they're not always going to be 100% like God is. God is 110%. He's more than consistent. He's just there. Like, He's never going to go anywhere. He's always going to be there for you. But it's like family, friends, girlfriend, boyfriends, they might like be like 98% consistent, but they're never going to be 100. And it does hurt sometimes because you really get close to people, or they're your family. You just expect them to always be consistent in your life and always be there and just all that kind of stuff. But then it's like just reality that nobody can really be consistent like God is. And I just thank God for God. Like, honestly, I just thank God for His grace and His mercy, especially on my life, because I could have been somewhere else. I could have not been sitting here today. But I thank God for His grace and mercy in my life. And even when I'm sad or hurt or something like that, or feeling some type of way, you still just gotta rejoice and give Him praise. And it's easier to say than actually do. I'm just being realistic. I'm not gonna sit here in front. It's easier to say than to actually do, because when you're hurt, you're not like, well, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna clap my hands and thank God regardless. It's like we should be like that, and I pray to God that I'm like that one day, like just automatically. But usually for me, it's like when I'm sad or hurt, it's tears flowing and just, I don't know. I'm a very emotional person, so tears flowing, just being hurt, and then after maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, wow, I can't be sad. I just gotta thank God, and I gotta sing a song, or I gotta pray, or I gotta read my Bible, and that's how it usually is. And I wish, like I said, I pray to God. I'm listening to pray to God that I could just automatically just be like, I'm sad, but thank you, God. That's how we should be, because God deserves all the credit. God just deserves all our thankfulness because He has done so much for us. Like, even though we're sad about something, we God has done so much for us. So all that other stuff, what you're sad about or disappointed about or hurt about, is really irrelevant, because I don't know. It's like God has a perfect will for everyone. So just because things are not working out the way that she wanted to work out, doesn't mean that God doesn't have anything better in store for you. Like, I heard somebody say before, disappointments are God's way of saying He has something better for you. And I honestly believe that. I really do. I really do. Because there's a lot of times in my life, personally, I have been so disappointed just about things in life. Like, for example, maybe a guy, somebody that I was very interested in. and somebody I really thought that I would be with, and it didn't work out, and I was sad, disappointed, hurt, and stuff like that. But eventually, I got over it, and eventually, something better came along. And I don't know. It's just like I said. I think that is just so true. Like, or maybe a job. Maybe you like you wanted a job so bad and you didn't get it, but and you're so disappointed, so hurt. But something better came along, something that paid more, something that had better hours. So it's like basically we just have to trust in God through it all. Trust in God that He knows what He's doing. God wrote this story for you a long time ago. He had your destiny planned out from the beginning. So regardless of if you don't understand, just know that God understands and God has it all in control, regardless of what we may think. And as I'm saying all this, but basically when I'm saying all this, I'm basically encouraging myself because I need it too. I definitely do need it most of the time, and I just definitely need to be encouraged. And I don't know, I guess from me making these videos, like I felt like I really needed to talk to somebody, and I didn't really have anybody to talk to, so I guess me saying all this is basically saying what I wanted to say to somebody else, and it's basically encouraging myself. I don't know if you guys ever heard a song and be like, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And that's my song. Like, it really is because I definitely be having to encourage myself sometimes and just pray and just trust in God. And that's what I'm going to do. Like, all this other stuff out here is very irrelevant. It's like the things that you want or the things that you think is good for you and think are consistent, they're really irrelevant. Like you really just gotta trust in God and just know that, He knows what's best for you, and you shouldn't look for anything or feel like you have to chase after anything because if it's supposed to be there, God will place it in your life, and there's nothing in this world that can stop it from being there. Like for me, just for me myself, I always felt like I have to chase something, and it's, I said I always felt, but I always feel. I'm gonna say feel because feel is a word for right now, and I honestly kind of still feel like that a little bit. I always be feeling like I have to chase something. If something goes wrong, I feel like I always have to fix it. So I always like reach out and reach out and reach out to fix it. But that's something that I'm really gonna stop doing. Like, unless God tells me, you know what, Jazz, go out and, fix that because that's what I want for you, I'm gonna stop trying to do so because I know that if that's what God really wanted for me, He's gonna work it out no matter what, and there's gonna be nothing in the world that can stop it. So, basically, this is to say trust in God. Trust that He knows what's best for you. And even though you might not be able to do something, know that God can and He will. And He will work stuff out in your perfect favor just if you trust in Him. So just giving all honor and credit to God. Like I said, I really just needed to talk to somebody, so I guess I'll talk to you. So, and that's pretty much it. Bye.